Hey everyone, it's Chrissy here. I have got a question I want to ask you guys. If I asked you to stop and just think for a moment, close your eyes and just picture what your dream life would look like, what your dream day would even look like. And I want you to think what job you would have, what kind of income you would have, who you would surround yourself with, where you might even be located, and what fun things you'd be doing, what the smells would be like. I want you to think strategically about this. Where would you be involved? Where would you be using your gifts and your talents? I had somebody actually ask me that probably a year ago. I was at a cafe by myself just scrolling through my Facebook newsfeed, and I came across a guy sharing about the online digital marketing business that I'm actually with now. And I watched his webinar, and the guy on the webinar actually asked that very question. And at the time, I was actually in a place where I had had enough, and I was so desperate for change. And I had been looking for a long time for somewhere to be able to work from home. From the moment that I ended up being a single mum about 5 years ago, that's when my journey started, that I knew I could not keep a normal 9-to-5 job. I didn't want to trade my time for money that was not even enough to provide for me and the kids. And I didn't want that stress in my life any longer. And I knew that there was systems out there, I knew there was jobs out there, I knew there was opportunities out there where people were working from home, people were working just from their laptop or their phones even, and creating amazing change in the world, in their life, and just being able to do whatever it is that they wanted. So I stopped and I thought very specifically how I'd want to spend my time, what I would do for my kids, and how I would be able to have a house and invest wisely, and how I would impact the world through charities that I believed in, and so many other opportunities that were out there that I could be involved in. It just blew my mind when I started really thinking about this. And then he actually got me to write down strategic goals and ideals behind all those things, and then really go back into a deep understanding of the importance of having a clear why behind your life. And it's not just a clear why behind your life, but a clear why behind your goals that you want to achieve in life, because you can't move forward without really having a clear direction. And it can't just be financial, it's got to be holistic, because there's no rich person out there that is truly happy unless they have moved forward holistically in themselves, in their marriages, in their relationships with their kids, in personal development, and financially. And that's exactly what I love about this business. So I wanted to share with you guys my vision board and my why board. And this is just a snippet of it, because there's so much behind each and every one of these photos, and I can't go into explaining that. But this is it. I've got a lot of things here that I dream to come into being. I've got fitness goals, I've got prayers and Bible verses that, I'm praying over this whole thing. I've got dream homes, dream holidays, things that I want for me and my kids, and so many other things. There's a lot of charities and organizations that I want to be involved in, and obviously like hobbies that I want to get more into, and I want to do a lot of traveling. And then I've got up here the things that I really want to be able to impact into my kids' lives, like help them to be able to be all that they are, they can be spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, with their hobbies, their passions, and so forth. So the ripple effect that can happen when you really think outside your box and really think, what impact can I have on this world? What impact can I have on my kids' life? What impact can I have on my partner's life? What impact can I have if I just put things in the right place in my own heart, my own life, and my goals? So these are just a few things that I'm working towards in my life and in my business, and I hope you guys can think strategically as well about how you want to be purpose driven in your own life, in your own marriage, in the way that you raise your kids and impact the world around you, and not to be complacent, but just to even just be able to come to a point like I did and have a line in the sand moment where I went, enough is enough, things need to change. I hope you guys have a blessed day and a great weekend.
I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can